So why are you not getting offsite sales even with good videos? You filmed Amazon videos, uploaded to YouTube, but the offsite sales aren't coming in. The issue isn't your content quality, it's hidden mistakes blocking your growth. Fixing these changed everything for me, and they can for you too. All right, so let's get into it. So most influencers nail the on-site but struggle with off-site. So on Amazon, you have quick purchasing decisions, product focused browsing, and ready to buy mindset. Now, with YouTube, you have discovery and research, building trust and connection in a longer content journey. YouTube isn't Amazon, it's a discovery and relationship platform. Viewers aren't shopping, they are researching, comparing, and connecting. When you use YouTube correctly, it becomes your biggest off-site traffic source. So, this is a big key with understanding offsite is just first you got to understand these are different platforms. It's different people on these platforms, and these people have different behaviors, and the algorithm and how these platforms work is completely different. All right, so let's get into it. Mistake number one is treating YouTube like Amazon. So Amazon rewards quick demos that showcase features and drive immediate purchase decisions. And I'm not saying that longer videos can't perform. I just think the way the platform is, the viewer behavior and intentions, they want quick information about the product, like quick demos, right? Versus YouTube. YouTube rewards retention and storytelling, which is experiences, tests, and results viewers can trust. So build videos that educate or entertain, not just display product features. Your audience needs depth to make confident buying decisions. I think this is key in why a lot of people struggle. It's because they're just repurposing their content, right? Which I do, but I create my content in a different way. And I talk about this a lot in my Amazon influencer videos. I'm keeping offsite in mind, which is YouTube for me. So I may script a little bit with that video. It may be structured a little bit differently. I may share more of my experience, share more tests. Instead of just doing one demo, I might do multiple demos showing that product in different scenarios. And I'm doing that because I know that's going to fit more so the viewer on YouTube. And that type of content for me has really helped me drive sales. So mistake number two is not creating with YouTube in mind, which I just kind of touched on that. So with Amazon, short, feature focus, minimal context. And I put on here re-upload Amazon videos. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do that, but you can also create with YouTube in mind. So it's kind of like you're knocking out both with one video, right? You're creating content that's going to perform well on Amazon, but maybe you put a little bit more effort into it to where you can drive sales off traffic with that content as well. And that's the approach that I like to use. So creating for YouTube is longer, detailed, strategically structured videos, which I just talked about. How I structure my videos may change if I'm trying to optimize for YouTube. And obviously for YouTube, I'm probably more likely going for a longer, more detailed video. It really depends on the product. But I'm not making the video I'm making the video as long as it should be. So YouTube content is usually longer, more detailed, and structured differently. Present the product in a deeper way that keeps viewers watching and engaged through the entire video. So this is where YouTube is different as well. And I kind of mentioned this is the content has to be engaging. So I'm kind of thinking beyond just a product reviewer, right? And I've been on YouTube since 2016, so I have a lot of experience, but I'm thinking about making this product review in a way to where, I'm giving them the information they need, but it's engaging and it flows well to where they keep watching the video, because this matters when it comes to having success with your Amazon content on YouTube. So mistake number three, this is huge. If you can master this, you're going to see a lot of success on your YouTube channel as an Amazon influencer. So mistake number three is weak titles and thumbnails. So I'm going to give you a simple title formula that you can use this for most of your titles. Now, I do implement different formulas and structures, but you can't go wrong with this one. This is one that works for me. So combine curiosity and emotion while keeping SEO keywords for search ranking. So if you're an Amazon influencer, doing research about YouTube, you probably heard a lot about SEO. And simply what that is identifying keywords where there's opportunities as far as traffic. And there's different keywords that you can target with your content. That's essentially what SEO is. I think some people kind of overthink it. So a bad example is Blue Widget Pro Review. This is a way that I see a lot of influencers title their videos. And I'm not saying that this is completely wrong, but for YouTube, it's a different platform. Also with YouTube, there's different traffic sources. There's not just SEO, right? And this is something that influencers don't understand. They just think SEO, optimize for SEO, but there's other traffic sources. So YouTube search is mainly for SEO, but there's also just the YouTube algorithm with browse and suggested content. So the viewer with these traffic sources are different. So you want to make sure that you're tapping into all these traffic sources. So the main three is YouTube search, browse, and suggested video. So a good example, I tested the Blue Widget Pro for 30 days. Here's what happened. So as you can see, we still have the keywords, right? The Blue Widget Pro, which someone is probably searching for that product on YouTube. It doesn't have to be a super popular product, but it just has to be something that people are interested in, right? But we're adding more to that to make this appeal in different traffic sources, browse, suggested, which is YouTube recommending your content. So the viewer isn't searching for it. They're just getting recommended that content, right? So the intention of the viewer is different. The way you want to package that video for that type of viewer is completely different because they're not actively looking for it. It's more so, I'm on YouTube. What's going to catch my attention? What is YouTube going to show me based on my interests in other videos I've watched, right? So this one, it has that curious element to it, right? Here's what happened. So it's kind of like, I think it's called open loop, right? It doesn't tell you exactly what happened. That makes someone curious. They click and watch because they're curious, right? Even adding in there, I tested this for 30 days. That can appeal to someone that's interested. They see that you've had experience in it, which is something that they're going to trust that title and most likely click. So yeah, that was kind of long-winded. I could talk about titles and thumbnails all day, and it is probably with the way YouTube is now, it's probably the most important thing for having success on YouTube is your titles and your thumbnail. And this picture right here, I was going to change it. I think this picture is funny. Amazon style titles don't perform on YouTube. Thumbnails should pop visually, show emotion, and support your hook. First impressions drive clicks. So mistake number 4 is not considering viewer intent. So we kind of touched on this a little bit, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper. So the awareness stage, right? You have to keep in mind, viewers are in different stages, even with just the platform, Amazon and YouTube. It's different. People come to Amazon, they're ready to buy. I want to know, what does this product have to offer? What are the features? Answer my questions right now. On YouTube, there's some different elements there, right? We have to play to the algorithm, right? Make our videos engaging. And it's just a different type of viewer. They may be more in a research phase, right? So with awareness, what is the product? I don't even know what it is. Why should I care about the product as a potential customer or buyer, right? So the type of content with this stage, educational overview videos, and then you have problem solution content. This is a really good one that I like to lean into. Someone may have a problem, but they don't know it, or it's just kind of really playing to that. It's presenting a problem in your content that people have, and then the product is the solution to that problem that they have. That's a simple way to put it. That's a good kind of framework that I like to use with my product review content. So number 2 is the consideration phase. How does it compare to alternatives, right? Sometimes people have 2 things in mind and they don't know which one to get. So this is where comparison videos are very effective and popular on YouTube, also on Amazon as well. And this is where detailed reviews are very powerful. I think detailed reviews and comparison reviews have some of the most purchasing power because of the stage that the buyer is in. Think about if I'm trying to find a vacuum that's perfect for pet hair and I run across a comparison video, one that I've been thinking about versus another one, right? I watched that video. He does a good job explaining the differences. I can figure out which one is for me. So after that, I may be ready to go ahead and purchase that product. It's important to know where your content and how you framed it, what does that lead to and where they're at, right? Detailed reviews, obviously, if it's detailed and if you hit the content on every single point, they're probably going to be ready to buy after watching that video if you did a good job. And then final, the decision phase. I'm ready to buy, but is this the right choice for me, right? In that decision phase, you still want to know, does it fit exactly what I'm looking for and my needs? Some content to support that is more so performance clips, right? I just released a video. It was a robot vacuum, and I was thinking about how I should approach it. I'm probably going to make some more videos about it. I was like, for this one, I want it to have purchasing power. I want it to meet the viewer kind of in that decision consideration phase. So I just kind of framed that one. When I say framed, title thumbnail is more of a full in-depth performance of the product. So I'm really kind of catering to people that they don't want to know all the small details. They're kind of already sold on the product and they just want to see how it performs, versus some of my other content. It may be a full detailed where I'm talking about everything. I'm showing every part of the vacuum. You see what I'm saying? So it's intentional how I'm framing and packaging that video. And also very strong as well, results showcases. People want to see how that product solves their problem and show the results, show the before and after of them with that product. So before you have this problem, this struggle, and after this is how that problem looks or how it is eliminated. So every viewer is at a different stage. Align each video structure, title and thumbnail with the audience you are targeting for maximum conversion. This is key, guys. You need to know what stage that buyer is in, and then aligning the title, thumbnail, and video content to that stage, right? So it's a lot of strategy and intention behind your content. And I think that's what a lot of Amazon influencers miss when it comes to YouTube. All right, so mistake number 5 is not testing and tracking results. So 3 key metrics that you need to understand when it comes to YouTube. That's retention. We touched on that earlier. How long is people watching your content? That means that's showing you how engaged they are with the content. It really tells you how the video flows, how it's structured. That's what I'm thinking when I'm looking at retention. CTR, that's the amount of people clicking on your content. So you have impressions on YouTube. That's the amount of people that see the content. They see the title and the thumbnail. The CTR is the percentage of those people that actually click on the video, right? If your CTR is not good, that means people aren't watching the video. They aren't clicking. So why aren't they clicking, right? So maybe you need to change your title and thumbnail, or you could do both, or you could do one at a time. And then your offsite conversions reveal what's working. Are people actually clicking on your affiliate links? Maybe you need to do a call to action in your video. This can also tell you how effective the content is. I think if the content is good, if it solves people's problems, if it answers their questions, and it's presented in a good way, then I think people will. It depends on the stage of the buyer as well, but people will obviously click on your affiliate links. So 5 to 10% typical CTR improvement from small thumbnail and title tweaks. I like to aim for at least 5% when it comes to my CTR. I've had CTRs as high as, I think as high as 16%. So it can get really high. And this is really telling you how that title and thumbnail is connecting with viewers and if it's effective. 2 times growth potential when you optimize based on data and patterns. This is the thing. This is the next level for people, Amazon influencers who are on YouTube. You need to be looking at these metrics. So I know some people can get overwhelmed by YouTube analytics. It's a lot in there, but things that I'm always paying attention to: retention, watch time. Are people subscribing? Right? I'm throwing some extra metrics in there. The CTR, that lets me know, are people clicking on the video? And then looking at my affiliate link clicks, and how I track this is through using a tool called Genius Link, so I can actually track how many clicks I'm getting to my affiliate links. You can improve what you don't measure. Check retention, CTR, and offsite conversions to spot patterns. Small data-driven tweaks compound into major offsite growth. All right, guys, key takeaways here. Strategy over luck. Offsite success comes from understanding platform differences and adapting your approach intentionally. So back to what I said, being more intentional and just understanding how these platforms work and how they are different is a big key for success. Create for YouTube. Don't just repurpose Amazon content. Build videos specifically designed for YouTube's discovery engine. Now, if you want to take it even a step further, obviously I repurpose my Amazon content. I'm not saying don't do it at all. Just be more intentional about how you're creating that video to have value as far as repurposing it offsite and getting success there. Something else I will do is I will create just for YouTube. So I think that's another kind of next step for Amazon influencers, is just having part of your strategy to where you just create videos from scratch for YouTube only. Focus on the fundamentals, depth, SEO optimization, and viewer intent alignment. Master these and the results follow naturally. And if you want my exact YouTube system, check out the YouTube Kickstart for Amazon influencers. This breaks down the entire system step by step. It's the same one I use to grow consistent offsite commissions month after month. So start turning your YouTube views into Amazon sales today. Link below to access the complete training. And that's all I got for y'all, guys. If you got value, be sure to drop a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll see y'all in my next video.